my new venture, the McKenna Academy for Natural Philosophy, is a way to create a forum where we can look at everything from that perspective. We can hopefully attract the most brilliant minds to confront and talk about the issues of the day, and not just talk about them, but try to come up with some solutions. So it's a template in the tradition of the mystery schools. That's why I call it a modern mystery school. What is the mystery? The mystery is everything. The mystery is the cosmos. The mystery is trying to understand our place in nature, which, is woefully misunderstood up to this point. Is it a chaotic venture? Probably, but you got to do something. This is what I'm doing.
And we are big fans and supporters of you and the McKenna Academy, and people can go to mckenna.academy to find out what's going on. There's going to be a lot of teachings and retreats and all of this stuff going on.
Have a look at the website.
Yeah.
McKenna.academy.
Yeah.
And we're building a website, but the basic idea is there. As you can tell, I started an academy. Essentially, I'm an academician, even though mainstream academia, I was in it for a while, but I was always on the edge because I'm a little bit too edgy for them. But I taught, ethnopharmacology for 20 years at the University of Minnesota. I like teaching. I believe in education. I believe that's the answer to everything. If you can educate enough people in a compelling way, then people will come together. And that's what, I call the Academy a catalytic nexus for the transformation of global consciousness. And catalysis in chemistry is where you drive a reaction. You drive a reaction. It's kind of like an alchemical alembic. It's where the good chemistry takes place. And I want the Academy to be a kind of a cauldron where you can have these events, conferences, whatever, that really change people's perspective. And it may not work, but, what can I do? I sometimes say, you've heard me say, I feel like I work for the plants. And in some ways, the plants work me very hard. But it's also a good mission, and I'm just really acting on the messages I've gotten from the plants. And what can one person do? Not a lot. But collectively, we can do a lot. The Academy, some people have said, well, you're going to go down there and start a cult, aren't you? You're going to start a cult. Actually, no, I'm going to start an anti-cult. Because the Academy is a place where I want people to learn how to think for themselves. That's the thing. There's no dogma, there's no doctrine, there's nothing that people have to accept other than trust in their own God-given ability to think, and to think and to really use their heads. So we don't exclude ideas. We say, bring them all to the table. Let's talk about them, and let's teach people how to evaluate good stuff from bad stuff. People have abdicated the ability for analytical thinking, so we want to reintroduce that. We want to essentially replicate these nature-based mystery religions, of which Eleusis was the kind of the longest lived and maybe the prime example, where everyone who was part of Hellenic society made a pilgrimage to Eleusis. And there they had an experience, which was undoubtedly some kind of a psychedelic experience, that they were not allowed to talk about it. They weren't supposed to. Of course, some did. And there were times in the history of Eleusis when the sacrament was even stolen, and taken to other places and used. The famous heretic Alcibiades did this and was having essentially acid parties in his house. He stole the sacrament. But hopefully we can avoid that. But the mystery school was where everyone came to get the lesson, to assimilate the lessons of their culture. And we see this a lot in similar things in indigenous culture, ancestral initiations and this sort of thing, such as is practiced with iboga in the Bwiti cult. So the academy is a place for the exploration of ideas, and good ones, bad ones, whatever, all can be brought, but hopefully the best ones will emerge as what we talk about. So, and what we do, and I don't know. I don't want to impose. I have a vision, but I want to let the academy evolve organically and let other brilliant people come and bring what they want to do to the table. But it's basically an educational institution. It's doing what you do similarly. We're aware of the power of media, of television, of social media, of all these things as a way to propagate memes and ideas. So I want to take full advantage of that. And, I want the academy to be the nexus where this takes place.